All right. Welcome back to the Nunez Baseball Podcast, episode 2. It's been an exciting few weeks since our last one, but today we have our amazing head coach, Glenn Powell, with us, celebrating your 100 wins for the Nunez Pelicans.
Yeah, 100 wins. It's exciting time. It was a rough start, when we first started the program. Our first year we won three games, and then every year we kind of got better. And then in the last 2 years we won almost 60 games to get me over that hump. So hopefully we're on a track. It won't take as long next time to get to 200, but it's been a lot of fun. I can say that. I took my lumps. We all did. Alex has been with me since the beginning. You, Cameron, and Dominic. They all been here since the beginning, so we've all done it together.
Yeah, it's been a ride for sure. It's been awesome.
No, absolutely. I mean, this is the best thing I've done. The funnest thing I've done. It's not really a job. It's just a lot of fun to get to come coach baseball every day. So
absolutely,
it's definitely a way to end your career. When I retire in about 10 years, it's going to be my last 10 years of work, and it'll be coaching baseball, which is amazing.
Yeah, anytime you start something new, I think it kind of takes some time to get it rolling. But once it starts rolling, once you get the train on the tracks, it's full speed ahead. And we didn't really take over like a new program like most coaches. Everything's kind of in place and stuff. When he started, he didn't have a baseball, he didn't have a uniform. There was nothing. So anytime that happens, it's going to take a second, to kind of get it going. And then especially, in college, it's pretty much all about recruiting. It's all about the guys that you have on the field. And when you're starting a new team and a new program, it takes some time for people to realize what you are and what you can do. When he first started recruiting, like what's Nunez. And that's one of the reasons we're doing this podcast. We're just trying to continue to get the outreach so, people all over the country start to know what Nunez is. That way, when we're recruiting guys, they don't have to Google who we are and where we are. They kind of already know. And I think we've done a good job of that. And you could see the product that we've put on the field kind of emulates that. So.
No, without a doubt. Recruiting is the main part of this. I mean, you could say you're a great coach and this and that, but if you don't get the players, you're not going to win, no matter how good of a coach you are.
Absolutely.
In my opinion. So, getting Alex and Dom on here full time and helping me recruit has been the difference, I think, in the last 4 years. When I first started, I was doing everything by myself. It was really hard, to get out and recruit. You're coaching every day. You have practice and all that, and you're trying to get out at night to recruit. It's just really hard. But when you have some other guys that give you a hand with that, and younger guys who can relate to the younger players, it really helps.
Absolutely.
And you're the athletic director too, so you have all the paperwork stuff. So
yeah, it's a lot of things involved that I didn't know about when I first got here. I thought I was just going to coach baseball, but then I found out there's a lot of rules, and kids got to go to class, and you got to make sure they're eligible and all those kind of things. And yeah, you got to stay on top of those things to make sure you keep your good players on the field.
Definitely. And just, what about the season so far? I'm obviously in it too, but we're 9-9. Conference is starting at the end of this month. How do you think it's gone so far?
Well, I think we're doing well. I think, our schedule's been much tougher than it has in the past. And we compete with some big time programs like Gulf Coast, Mississippi Gulf Coast, who we beat this year, some of the other Mississippi teams that we beat. And, we split in doubleheaders and things like, playing doubleheaders is tough too. You win a game, the first game, then you got to come back and play another game in 30 minutes. It's kind of tough. But we're figuring that out. We hopefully by the end of the year, we'll figure that out and be ready to go. We have some pitching. We got some arm soreness right now, so about 4 or 5 guys are out that are our main guys pitching, and we hopefully get them back in a couple weeks and before conference and give us a really good opportunity this year to have a chance to win our conference. I really do believe that we have a really legit shot this year to do that. We have some really good players. Our bats are starting to light up now. Noah Detillier, he hit 8 home runs. He hit 2 home runs in the last 2 weeks, so we're hoping he's getting back to where he was last year after his surgery. He had shoulder surgery, so it took him a little time to get back. So we're looking forward, to him really having another great year for us. And we have some other guys that are really stepping up. You have Alex Rue, you have Ben Harris. We have newcomers like Dorian Jackson and Blake Moss who are doing a great job at the plate. We have some freshmen who are doing really well. So we have a good mixture of players. So I think that's time we get the conference, with that depth, I think is really going to help us.
Have any questions for Cam?
I've been knowing you my whole life. Like, you've coached me my whole life. Like, does this coaching job compare to any other job? I mean, I know this is college, but like, what's the difference between coaching like travel ball and coaching this? Like, is there any major difference?
It's a huge difference.
Besides the recruiting, obviously.
No, it's just a huge difference. It's I knew all my kids when we were playing travel ball, right? I mean, I knew all the families and all that. Here, you don't know everybody's family. You get to know everybody as you go. With travel ball, all those years with y'all when y'all were young, we had y'all from when y'all was 6 all the way to y'all were 18, so it was a little different. This is a lot different. You got to get out there and recruit, get to know people that you don't know, make relationships with other coaches. Hopefully, you have those good relationships with some of these high school coaches that they want to send guys to your program, that are better players to your program. Those are all the things you really have to be good at. Getting kids and making sure they're going to class, making sure they're getting their work done, making sure they're in a weight room, make sure they're eating right and all those kind of things. It's way different in travel ball. You didn't worry about those kind of things,
right.
So even, coaching in school ball and stuff, you didn't worry about that, because in high school now you got the parents are taking care of everything. Here, they don't have their parents here. They're living on their own. So we got to make sure they're getting everything they need. So
Absolutely.
It's way different.
Absolutely.
What do you say the biggest challenges, from year zero, because we were here, you started the job a year before we even played a game to now we're in year 7.
Year 7, yeah.
What do you think the biggest challenge has been?
That was going to be my next question.
Recruiting. It's all about recruiting. Trying to get those better players to come here. And then try not to miss on players. Let's be honest, we miss on some guys too. And trying to keep everybody happy. I think that's the biggest thing. You got 35 guys on your roster. You only can put 9 on the field at each time, and it's just tough. You want to play everybody, but it's hard to. My job is to win baseball games, and we got to put the best guys on the field. But we do try to play everybody as much as possible. But like I said, that's the biggest challenge for me is trying to keep everybody happy, all the players happy, and keep us together as a family, and hopefully those guys that they're not playing right away, they working while they wait, and they helping the guys on the field by cheering them on and being good teammates.
Yeah, and it's not always the guy, your favorite guy's not always on the field, and that can be tough too, because,
No, that's a real tough thing. You like guys. I mean, let's be realistic. We all human. We like guys. We have some really good guys. And I really like them all. They're all great guys, but you can't get them all on the field. And, we not think about that stuff. We want to play guys. But like I said, this is college baseball. It's not, it's not recreation ball. It's not travel ball. It's the best guys play. So, and that's tough, but when we get a chance to get guys in the game, we try to do that. But, we want to build depth too, so we want guys to have experience. So we try to get those guys in as much as possible. But I think that's the biggest challenge is keeping everybody together in a cohesive group and a family and move the team forward so we're ready at the end of the year to play conference and have an opportunity to win conference and move on.
Right.
I don't. I'm just gonna say this. Like, I don't know if I should say this, but like, that's the difference between high school ball and college ball. Like, people think just because it's JUCO that it should be treated like it's high school. Like, everybody should see the field, and everybody should see the field, but you got to work for it too. I feel like
no, you got to be the best guy.
Yeah.
I think it should be that way in high school too. No, everybody shouldn't have to get it. You have to earn what you get. Nobody's giving you nothing in life, right? So you got to earn it. And I'm not going to put a guy on the field who doesn't do the work and doesn't earn it.
Absolutely.
And it's got to be that way. Like I said, but most of our guys, I don't have problems with that. We don't have any problems with guys working hard or anything like that. We got some guys that have problems in the classroom. We try to work with those guys as much as we can to make sure they pass. But the bottom line is the best guys play, and it should be that at every level. Maybe not recreation ball, because you're starting when you're a young kid, and you got to give everybody an opportunity to learn how to play the game.
Right.
But everybody, when you get to this level, everybody knows how to play the game, right?
Right.
And Division I teams get all the really great players, and then JUCO, you got NAIA, you got Division II and III, and so you compete with all those other schools to get the other good players, right? So. We got to make it as fair as possible, and we got to put the right guys on the field so those guys know when they come here, they have an opportunity to play right away. But like you said, they got to earn it, though. I'm not going to give them anything. The best guys who compete and are doing their job and you give us the best opportunity to win. That's who we put on the field.
It's about setting the standard. Like if you can't set the standard in the weight room or or just on the practice field, you can't expect to.
In JUCO's a little different too. We got 2 seasons, so we got a fall season that we play 6 to 8 weeks in the fall. So that's really where you earn your job, right? So it's you're in a weight room every day from 6 in the morning to say 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then you go to class all day. And then we got practice in the evenings, or we have practice in the morning, and you got to go to class, and then we work out in the evening, however it goes. But it's a lot of hours. And I tell guys when they come in here, it's a job. You got to look at it as a job, because if you don't, you're not going to be successful. You got to get here on time. You got to do your work. When you're not feeling good that day, you got to push through it. That's what we preach. And I think Alex and Dominic and those guys do a great job with that. It's just that's how it works,
Right. Yeah, I like to tell the freshmen that come in, JUCO, you do have 2 seasons, but it's 2 seasons each year. So that fall season's kind of like your freshman year, and then you get to the spring, that's kind of your sophomore year, and then your second fall is kind of like your junior year, and then that second spring is kind of like your senior year.
Yeah, I've never really thought of it like that.
Yeah, because we play 20 games in the fall, and we're practicing for almost 3 months. It's kind of like another high school season. They only play 30 games.
Absolutely,
so,
yeah.
In Division I don't get that. They practice in the fall, but they don't really get to play games and stuff. So that's why they call us JUCO Bandits, right? Because we on a field just about all year round, and it's a real job for us. But these guys are playing for something too. They playing to get to that next level.
Yeah.
And they gotta produce and put on a show for these coaches so they can get picked up. And we work hard on that too, getting guys to the next level. We want to see our guys. I want to go watch Nichols playing and watch one of our guys pitching or playing in the field and hitting and things like that. I think that's that's awesome to watch. And I think we're getting to that point. It took us 5 years, 6 years, but our guys are starting to get picked up now. We got as of right now, we got 3 guys going Division I. So we hoping more guys get picked up. We got some really good players, so they just got to play a little more, perform a little more, keep putting on that show, so they can get picked up somewhere also. So that's really fun to watch.
All right, and a lot of the high school guys don't realize, they think they come from high school and they think they should just play right away, but. I tell them, like, every guy in this locker room, there's 35 lockers, they were the best player on their high school team, unless you play with an outlier, which is rare. So you're just another guy when you get in college, and you have to start over and earn it again. And if you're able to become one of the best players on your JUCO team, those are the guys that's going to go D1. Not all 35 guys are going to have an opportunity to play after their 2 years in junior college. It's going to be the best 5 guys, the best player is probably going to go D1, maybe the best 2, and then the other 3 are going to go NAIA, D2. But you got to put in work every day to get to that point. So,
absolutely.
So, and I know, the news is kind of out, maybe not, official yet, but we're planning on building a field here pretty soon. What are you looking forward? What do you think that's going to bring to the program?
Well, of course, everything moves really slow, so it's frustrating with that. But no, I think once we get our stadium built, and look, we got a administration that really takes care of this team. I mean, Dr. Tina Tinney has done everything she could to help us get to where we at, and so has Kathleen Lemoyne, who really helps us a lot. Getting these things moving, So, the parish is donating this land, and from there we got to clear the land, so that takes time, and then, we're going to start building a field. So, I think that's going to be a deal breaker for us, especially with recruiting players. We have our own field, our own stadium. We have our own clubhouse, our own building, baseball complex to, bring our players to and show them where we're going. We want to be the best JUCO team and program in Louisiana. That's our goal. We got a long way to go. Don't make no mistake about that. But that's our goal, and we got to keep striving for that. Even when I'm gone, whoever takes over, it's got to strive for that. You always want to be the best program in your state, and and hopefully one day in the country. That's high. That's a high mark, but that's what you want to compete for. Or why are we doing it? We want to win, and we got to compete for that high level. We got to strive for that every day.
Absolutely. It's part of the journey.
Yeah.
That's
No, absolutely. It's long hours. We're here on Saturday today doing a podcast. We usually playing games. We get home at 2 or 3 in the morning. It's a lot of work. These young guys put a lot of hours in. We do a lot of things to make sure that we are doing the things we have to do to keep getting better every year after year after year.
absolutely.
All right, I think that wraps up episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
All right.